What's up, you guys? Yeah, I've been away for a while. Um, the devil has been kicking my butt. The enemy has been kicking my butt. My negative thoughts have been kicking my butt. But God, I am a big doubter. I am such a big doubter, and I think about, I do see with my eyes, and I find it hard to see with faith half the time. But God has shown me countless times that He always leads me in the right direction. But it's always a decision that I make that messes up the process. Whether I may not have known that that was the way, or I knew and I just reacted, or whatever. It was usually me. And I believe God still always made a way for me to come out of whatever I went through. He did. He's always kept me. He has. Because I don't have to have the things that I have right now. But God has been so consistently good no matter what I've been through that I have caused. He's been so good, and I had to sit back and, really think about that because I've been so depressed lately. So in my head, so anxious, just like, is this life? This was life. Like, God, you could have kept this. I've said to a couple of my friends, and I had a friend relate to me, like, God, you could have made me an ant. You could have made me a tree. I could have been some clouds in the sky just floating on, you know. But He didn't. He made me to go through this. And I know every created thing really has a process it goes through. And I guess I could never imagine because I am not that thing. But God saw fit to make me a human. And half the time when I'm depressed and stuff like that, I'm thinking about, like, I'm being really ungrateful. And I know that. But it still sucks because I'm like, I'm not going to get into it, but everything that I've been through just since day one, since I popped out of the womb, it wasn't terrible. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse because I know it's been a lot worse for other people. But I couldn't imagine going through half the things I've heard other people gone through. But still, just going through something and just keep going through it all. I'm sorry. I need to censor my cussing. That's how you know your girl hasn't been in the presence like she needs to be. But I'm fighting, trying to get my fight back, find my fight back to get to that presence because I do long for God's presence, but I'm starting to realize that His will for us is not necessarily what we want for ourselves. And I had to be like, well, I don't know. Boy, because I think about so many things that God does, and I might need to research more into that, but I think about so many things that God wills to happen, and some of it is not pretty. And I'm like, but it's all for the greater good. So what if somebody has to die for the greater good? What if somebody has to, go through this sort of burden for the greater good? But then you think about it and you realize Jesus had to go through it. So it's like we have to go through everything He went through. And look, I don't want it. I don't want it. But then I think about, I don't want that other stuff either. It's like, but I'm thinking tonight, God, like I have an encounter with God, and it's usually when I have an encounter with God, and when it's when